Afternoon, folks. So,
Listen.
Today, we wanted to start off with something a bit different. So, what's going to happen right now is to open up the podcast. I have some tweets here from some Twitter handle. I think it's like J_Strainwreck or something like that.
Shout out Strainwreck.
Shout out to Strainwreck. Anyway, so I was just going to start off by reading some of her tweets. So hang on, just let me wet my whistle a little bit.
I think it'd be most effective if we both had it open, so let me get this open.
Okay.
Let me clear my throat.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Jesus, are you dying? Holy shit. Holy shit. We need a doctor. Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
I broke my headphones.
Anyways, so what's this about Shane Dawson shagging his cat?
NANI? Oh. Are we going to talk about that?
We could, yeah. That was the first tweet. Fun fact. Noba's taking a little while. So
I'm up. Okay.
He was trying to dad you when you wanted him to daddy you. Oh. It's a true one. I'm going to like that right now, actually.
You think my professor would mind if I submitted an assignment in wingding format? In font? Fuck! I messed it up.
The Jumbotron just showed a kid with a sign saying, I left Fortnite for this game. Kid's got his priorities straight. It's true.
I need some volunteers to go camping with me.
Listen, I'm a great camper. At J_Strainwreck. I know everything about camping. I know how to tie a bowline knot, how to tie a trucker's hitch, how to tie an alpine butterfly, how to tie a slip knot, how to tie a noose. Boys will be bugs. Boys will be bugs been stuck in my head for time. What? I think she was drunk when she tweeted that.
Oh, boys will be bugs been stuck. Wait, yeah, I feel like there should be a comma between bugs and Ben.
What about Ben?
Ben.
Kaben?
I feel like Ben is a short form of a word that just wasn't finished.
It's true.
How do you pronounce it?
Ben? Bin.
Ben or bin?
Ben. Oh anyways, God. I want to go bowling real bad. Ooh, she retweeted new podcast featuring at J_Strainwreck. And a new video also featuring J_Strainwreck drops TMR. What's that stand for? Woot woot, who want lasagna?
Who want lasagna?
Who want lasagna? It's supposed to be 12 degrees on Thursday. What a dream. Hang on. I'm going to retweet this with a comment. Does she mean degrees Celsius or degrees Fahrenheit?
That sounds cold.
Somebody.
That sounds hella cold.
Tell me. Do you have any more of our lovely friends' tweets?
No, not really. I kind of stopped looking. I just kind of opened Reddit and kind of started.
Great. Wonderful.
Sorry, great.
That's okay. So, folks, you can follow me on Twitter at SuperJellyMcG. I have done my quarterly rebrand. Before, it was my Twitter account. The handle was still SuperJellyMcG, but was Quarterish Life Crisis. Oh. And my bio was thank you, good night, I hope you're happy, because I thought it was really emo and angsty. And I just watched the Bo Burnham make happy for like the 50th time. And the link was to his end rant from that special. But now, my Twitter is a picture of me when I was 12 at a Joel Plastic concert. I look actually really faded in it.
Oh, you do. You look like you're 12.
I do look like I'm 12. The name now is lowercase blonde boy.
Oh.
And the bio is I got a couple of hobbies besides being blonde.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Damn. Okay, I'm going to plug my Twitter now.
Okay.
You can follow me on Twitter, www.twitter.com or .ci. I'm sure they have that domain too.
Yeah.
At Mitch Lasagna _. Get it?
T-Series ain't nothing
I'm doing my part.
Mitch Lasagna.
Mitch Lasagna. Mitch Lasagna.
Fuck. Oh, that's so lame and cringy.
Yeah, I know. I'm dating myself now.
Not the
name.
That's creative.
But singing the song
at the same time.
But saying Mitch.
Yeah. Frick.
Dude. Sick.
Okay.
Freaking heck. Okay.
And our Twitter together.
Oh yeah, we have a Twitter.
Is
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Pornhub.
Nobatoba.
Shit. I thought we were plugging our Pornhub.
Oh yeah, it's pornhub.com/Nobatoba69.
There we go. Better.
Yeah. Anyways, our Twitter is Nobatoba Band. Fun fact.
Because we chose band. We can change it online though. But I already put it in all the podcast episodes and all of our videos at Nobatoba Band on Twitter. Yeah. So like I feel like they'll be lost and I'd have to go back and change it all. And I don't want to do that. I'll just continue to put it on every video we ever post ever.
It's true.
That's it.
It's true. Yeah. So
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. If it's okay, I'd like to do a proper podcast now.
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful.
Yeah, let's just stop this and start right away.
Yeah. Okay. So, folks, I had a quick question for you here, good pal Noba. What are you doing, Noba?
Hi.
This poor man's headphones needs to be.
We're having technical difficulties.
I'm not having any difficulties actually.
Okay. Better. Yeah. Okay. Shoot.
Okay. Shoot high, get cum in your eye.
It's
so
true.
I was wondering how your St. Patrick's Day went. It's a few moons ago now, but
yeah, it was all right. Like I haven't drank, like I haven't gone out to drink to get drunk since New Year's.
Yeah.
And as you know, that's like 2.5 months apart.
Yeah.
I don't drink a lot, but I went out. And we went to to start out, it was okay. We went out to drink downtown.
Yeah.
And downtown's not that exciting.
Yeah.
But we went out, we had supper at a burger place, had a couple drinks there, and then we went out to this other bar kind of thing, had a couple drinks there, and then it was just kind of like, there was a lot of older people, you know? So we really felt out of place.
Oh, 100%.
Especially being like young kids, I guess.
You're a kid?
Not kid.
You were in a bar, but you're a kid?
We snuck in, okay? Listen, don't...
Fuck, how am I working with
listen,
you?
Listen, I'm sorry.
Do you hear that? It's the fucking cops. It's the pigs.
Listen, I'm sorry,
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean... I just love you. I didn't mean to.
Why do you love me? Awkward silence. Anyways, that was our first actual bit.
I felt like I'm gonna cry. No, it was all right. But yeah, there's just a lot of old people. Yeah. So we didn't stick around long. We went back at 10 because because we went out at 8, had supper, had a couple drinks, went to the other place, had a couple drinks, and it was cold outside.
Oh yeah. And
then just everything was busy, but it seemed like it was all old people. Like it was people like 30 plus.
30.
And then, but it's 30 plus. But there was a lot of people like 50 plus, you know? It didn't seem like anybody was younger than like 28 or so, you know?
True.
So being like the minority in like a group of people that are just a lot older, it's weird.
It is weird.
I don't like it. Like you can tell we're young. We look young. So it was like, I didn't like it. So we just went back home and watched Netflix and like drank a little bit more and that was it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all. That's like, cause this was like my first real time going out for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Because I've always worked on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. You know, I've always been working nights, so I never had a time where I could go out on St. Patrick's Day and actually drink at bars and stuff. And it was very anticlimactic. Yeah. I'm sure, like, if I plan a night for St. Patrick's Day, I just feel like it's a played up day to get drunk.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'd have a lot more fun if the places weren't as packed or lined up. Yeah. Especially during a cold month like March. Yeah. Anyway, that was my March.
That's fair.
March Madness Day of break. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm having headphone troubles over here, everybody. Okay. How was your March break?
My March
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. It was quite all right. So fun story. The morning of St. Patrick's Day, I left my current location to go to I think it's like Brantford. Yeah. So I drove through Toronto, Cambridge, Brantford, came back to the current location at 5 p.m.
That's a big trip.
That's a big trip. And then I went back all the way to Cambridge.
Wait, that same day?
Yeah, the same day.
No way.
So I got there like 10 or something ridiculous. I drank 4 ciders. 2 were no boats. 2 were Okanagan. And I drank half a bottle of Jameson.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was this all in like with friends and things?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
Yeah, it was with some friends.
And things.
Friends and things. But yeah. Then I went to bed at like 12:30. Woke up at 8 the next morning, and that was it.
Damn.
It was like so vanilla and like.
That's a lot of drinks though.
Wasn't really. For me, it's like pretty tame.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I knew that I was just like tired, so I just cut myself off. Also, like Jameson by itself does not taste the best. It used to in my younger days, but like
I think a lot of people can relate to that statement.
Yeah, but like it's St. Patrick's Day. Gotta drink some Jameson.
That's fair. That's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
So like it was pretty boring, but I do have a fun drinking story if you would like to hear it.
I would love to hear it.
All right, so I don't think
Let's hear it.
I don't think I've done the pants story on the podcast before.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
Okay. Do you know the pants story?
Are you gonna start the story?
I'm gonna start the story. I was just asking if you knew the pants story.
Right, but are you gonna start the story?
Listen, do you fucking know the story or not? I'm gonna tell it to you regardless. I just want to know if I've told it to you.
I think I'm having headphone troubles. Are you gonna tell the story now or?
Fuck off. Okay.
Wait, is this the one where you shit your pants?
I didn't shit my pants. Fuck off. All right, so freshly 19-year-old boy, back in Nova Scotia, I drove up with some buddies to like a little house in the middle of nowhere, about 4 hours away from like where I regularly lived. Yeah, I bought a 24 pack of Keith's. Yeah. Then
for the viewers that don't know what Keith's is, can you please explain?
Alexander Keith's is a beer.
Thank you. Sorry, you can tell the story now.
Okay, great. Jameson is a whiskey. No boats on Sunday in Okanagan are ciders. Okay.
Thanks. Sorry, I coughed during that. I don't know if they heard.
It's okay. So I bought either a 20 or 24 pack of Keith's. I forget what they come in. It was the biggest one there. I grabbed it, and I also bought half a bottle of Jameson as well. Or just a full bottle, I guess. Anyways, got to the party. Very young, very new to being 19. Walked around the first bit just holding my bottle of Jameson, just drinking straight out of that. Then once that was gone, I drank 12 Keith's. Then I sat in my tent because I was going to sleep. It was not coherent at all. I remember being put to bed.
Oh my, that's a lot of alcohol.
That was a lot of alcohol. My friends like had to like put me to bed. And I remember like while I was getting myself tucked in, they talked about getting pizza later. I was like, I popped my head, I was like, pizza? And they were like, go to sleep, dude. I was like, oh, okay. I went to sleep in my tent, and then the next thing I knew, I woke up. It was morning, like 9 o'clock. I felt great, but there was something different about my surroundings. I was actually in a bed. Oh, yeah,
that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Was there anybody in this bed?
Yeah, so we'll get there.
Oh,
there was
shit in everywhere.
No, fuck off. It's no shit.
Different story.
I like woke up. I like felt really comfortable. I turned over. I saw this dude without a shirt on right next to me. And I like being 19. I was like, "Fuck no, shit, no!" I was like,
start screaming, "No homo!"
My heart was racing, and then like he like looked up. Like he rolled over, looked up, and then I was just like playing it cool. I like give him a little head nod, like, "Hey,
hey, want to go at it again?"
Fuck off. No, it was just a little subtle head nod, and then like, he just looked at me, shook his head, and went back to sleep.
Did you know who it was?
No.
Oh, what?
We're getting there. But yeah, so I was like, oh fuck, okay, I just need to get back to my tent. So like I went to swing my legs out from under his bed, but I'm not wearing pants. I'm not wearing underpants.
What? No.
Have you heard this story?
Scandalous. No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not wearing underpants. I'm in the bed with some half naked dude. I'm also another half naked dude.
You sound like a full naked dude.
Two halves make a whole. Anyway, so I was like, I like jumped out of bed. I was like searching for my pants. I was like starting to sweat. I was like, what the fuck? Why am I wearing a shirt? Why am I not wearing pants? And I like looked around and like I saw like this pair of jeans. I was like, okay. So I put them on.
Wait, were they your jeans?
They were not my jeans.
Were they his jeans?
They were his jeans.
Okay.
So I put them on.
Okay.
Like commando. Oh no. And
did he notice you putting on his jeans?
Nope.
Okay.
He was out. Anyways, so yeah, I was like frantically running around.
Frantically?
Sorry. I was just running around. I was like, fuck, where are my pants? I was like looking up and down this like massive house because it was like a college, like university house,
right?
Graduate house. Mm-hmm. I was like, fuck, where are these pants? And like I looked everywhere I was that night. I like checked my tent like 5 times, and like it wasn't so much that I lost my pants. It was the fact that in my pants I had my keys and my wallet, and those were the only 2 things of like value that I owned at the time. Oh my god. And I was just like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? I found my phone in like the fridge or something.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, something stupid. Probably because that's where I was keeping my beer.
Damn, that's such a weird spot. Was your phone okay?
My phone's fine. It's actually this phone that I have right now.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
You should get a new phone.
Yeah, and I like text my mom and I was like, hey mom, can I call you real quick? And she was like, yeah, sure. So I called her and then
I feel like in any situation of like I feel like you just call your mom a lot in like a situation of panic or like proudness.
Yeah.
Any kind of situation, you just call your mom, which is great. No, just you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true.
Because like there's been a couple times where like when we were in Toronto and like that guy was super drunk and whatnot, you called your mom.
Oh, I called my mom.
You called your mom.
Oh wow, that's another story. Yeah.
Anyway, you called your mom.
Yeah, I called my mom. And I was like, hey mom, how's it going? She was like, oh great, how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm doing well. So funny story, you're gonna laugh about this. I was like, you know that party I went to? She was like, yeah. I was like, I lost my pants. And then she pulled the phone away from her face and started laughing so loud. And then she brought it back and was like, okay, so what's the problem? I was like, it had my wallet and keys in it. And she like switched her tone immediately. Oh. She used the full name with like the stern voice, like, where the fuck are those pants? I was like,
boy, you better find those pants.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't know. And she was like, okay, we'll skip like forward 30 minutes. And she like came down and she was like, okay, worst comes to worst, your grandparents are like 30 minutes away. So if anyone finds them, they could just get them to drop them off there. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So like I hung up the phone and then I just started packing up, started cleaning up. This had been like, I woke up at like 8. This was over by like 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the time that elapsed. I was just looking for my pants for like,
that's a long ass time.
Because I was freaking out. I was not being rational. Then as I was packing up my tent, their neighbors walked out onto their deck and they shouted, who the fuck's pants are these? Like my head like shot up behind the tent like a little fucking groundhog, like fuck. And like I was the only person outside, so I like walked over to them. I was like, hey, what's the problem? They were like, who the fuck's pants are these? They're all wet and shit. And I was like, oh, hi.
Wet and shitty?
Just wet and shit.
Okay.
I didn't shit my pants. Stop, get off that. I was like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Someone must have got really drunk last night. Here, please, let me take these off your hands. I am really sorry. Then her husband walked out, and he was like, hey, what seems to be your problem? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We just had a party last night, and like these are someone's pants, and like I'll take these off your hands. I'm so very sorry. He was like, oh, it's okay. And like as I was walking away, he was like talking to his wife, and she was like, you're a fucking cop. Do something. I was like, A what?
Her husband was a cop?
Her husband was a cop. He didn't like make that known, but like she sure did. And yeah, he
that sounds like kind of abusing his power a little bit. If he did.
A little.
I feel like she just expects him to go all cop mode.
She did. And yeah, so I grabbed the pants, looked down, they were mine, ran back, put them on, and my wallet was in them, thankfully. My keys were in them as well. Bless. Yeah. And then, you know, the guy who owned the house, like, walked over, talked to, like, the owners, and found out the reason they weren't mad about the party. They were mad about the week before, how, like, people parked in their driveway without their permission. Oh. That's what they were so mad about.
That's yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, and then, like, they found, like, these pants and, like, they didn't even know there was a party, like, the night before.
Oh, well, that's good. I was going to say, like, the big issue, I think, would be the noise and everything. Yeah. So if they were to do something, it would be the night before.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and then, like, the pants just, like, set it off, and then, like, actually worked out. They were like, oh, my gosh, that actually wasn't us. Those were, like, the people, because it was the people next door that did that. Like, next door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but, like, since they're a bunch of college students, they just assumed.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
But, yeah, when the owner came back in, he was like, hey man, you might just want to lay low a little bit. And I was like, oh geez, did you tell him they were my pants? And he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. So I lay low. Fine. When I walked out to the car, like head under, like, yeah, I snuck back. But yeah, got my pants back at the end of the day. Moral of the story, drink responsibly.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, and to bring it back to waking up half naked next to a guy. The guy's name was Jesse. My friend at the party reassured me that he was, like, extremely straight. And, you know, I had a talk with him. I was like, hey man, I don't know what the fuck I did last night, but I know I just hopped in your bed without pants on. He was like, oh, okay, whatever, you're drunk. I was like, cool. Do you want the other 12 Keiths of mine? He was like, oh, shit, yeah, okay. So, like, I gave him my, like, other 12 Keiths.
So is that what happened? You actually just jumped in his bed when you were drunk? Like,
I'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. So, yeah. Passed him the Keiths, went on my drive back, and, like, that stuck with me for, like, a good, like, 2 months. I, like, started to, like, retrace the steps because I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
And what happened was I woke up in the middle of the night, really had to pee. I, like, scooted over to the side of the tent, unzipped my pants, and started peeing. And then I woke up later, and my pants were wet for some reason. I don't know how that happened. And then, so I must have took them off, must have went inside, thought his room was placed exactly where it would be in my house. Oh. So I thought his room was my room. So I walked in, took a left, hopped into his room, hopped into his bed because I thought it was my bed. And just went to sleep, woke up. Oh, the pants got on the neighbor's porch because I probably chucked them.
Oh, okay. Took them off, like, they're close enough that you can throw them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I had that kind of thing happen this morning. Just the waking up and thinking I was somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
Not everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. But damn, it's a good story. It's one of, like, the stories I think that defines me as a drunk.
Of course, yeah. What minute are we at?
We're at 23 now.
Oh, 23?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Damn. Well, that's a good story.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
I think we'll cut it there.
All right, great. Happy post St. Patrick's Day.
Everybody, please drink responsibly and enjoy your St. Patrick's Day 2020 next year.
We'll see you next year.
See you next year, everybody.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.